Okay, this video will be significantly shorter than the previous one. What we're going to do here is just the participation, which is normally pretty simple. You just need to go to your homepage, compliance, and team schedule travel and participation. I'm going to use football in this example because they do a pretty good job of this. So for all the fall sports, your schedules have already been entered in. I believe the winter sports are already in, well, the basketballs are. And I'll get to the spring sports as soon as I'm able. This is something you guys are able to do by just putting add event and putting in all of the relevant information. I do know that some of you all are crunched with time or crunched with staff and really don't have the time to do this. So I do try to do it, but as you know, I am also a little bit crunched for time and such. And so bear with me, and sometimes we can do a combination of the both to make sure they do get in. I normally make sure that the ticketed events are in here first because those are the ones that I have to set up ticket windows. So if you want to know why some are in there earlier than later, the majority of our fall sports are ticketed between the soccers, football, volleyball, and then men's, women's basketball coming up. But in any state, when you need to add your participation information for the month, basically all I'm asking, so see football, when it came October 5th, they had to have Illinois State, Franklin, Taylor, San Diego, and Drake all submitted as far as their participation info. So it's all very simple. You literally just go over and push add. So there's say edit because it means it's done. But if they were to go ahead, they just played Campbell. So you just say add. It's very simple. It brings up this. You can enter the outcome, the score, and then you really just select the participants who participated in that game. Not whether they traveled or sat on the sideline. This isn't like Kara. This is physically those who participated. And the reason for that is so Molly and I are able to track on eligibility remaining, as well as if you guys ever needed a medical participation waiver or something like that. Obviously, you can select all and then just remove the people who didn't play. For some of y'all with smaller rosters, this is definitely your best option. Football does have, obviously, our largest roster on campus, so when they're able to do it, that's very appreciative. And afterwards, you just go ahead and save. And once you save it, then that will show up right here. So, for example, Illinois State, we can go ahead and look what they submitted. So you'll be able to see the check marks, and that's who played in that game. Okay, Molly and I are able to run reports on this, which really make it much easier when coaches or Barry or somebody comes to us asking information. If you all are able, and this is not a requirement, but one of the reasons why we ask you guys to send your itinerary for away games is so that we're able to put it in the document section here on Jump Forward. And that's also part of the time management plan. And it's just a different way for Molly and I to be able to monitor it. I'm a little bit behind on getting these uploaded, so obviously it's not something we need to do for home games, but every time you guys do send those over email, I do have a giant file saved right now for each individual sport, and when I'm able to get those uploaded for everyone to see, that's what I will be doing. And that's one of the reasons that we're using Jump Forward, because as you can see, between the coaches, administrators, you can see compliances view on the previous video, and the student athletes have a different view. And so this is really just a way for all the information to be in one spot. So if somebody's out of town or somebody's sick or somebody leaves to go work at a different institution, we have everything in one spot and everybody gets consistent information. Another way, if you don't want to upload these documents, and many people don't do it, but you're always welcome to use this travel info tab, and it'll say start a travel, end. Your roster is automatically uploaded, so you can select your travel roster right here. Allows you to print. It'll tell you how many student athletes are traveling. And then on the itinerary, you're able to just put in the normal stuff that you would be able to put in. So are you providing per diem? Are you providing meals, comments? You can add records of the flights or buses and when they're taking off. And this is also just another way. It's also printable to a PDF so that if you wanted to just send that over to your sport administrators with the travel roster, that's just another way. So just wanted to give you guys some options. Again, those are this document, and also, which is the itinerary, will show you what footballs looks like. Oh, I did upload that one, good for me. Okay, so when they send these, Let's go ahead and see what theirs looks like. Okay, so this is obviously just their itinerary while they're on the road. Okay, and that's what shows up in the documents. You all are required to send those to Abby, and right now Molly and I are CC'd on them, and that is why we are currently CC'd on them, just so you know. So once again, the only thing you're required on a monthly basis to do is this participation info right here for just the games or matches that are done in that month. Okay, so obviously you're more than welcome to use this and this, but you are not required to.